And joining me live in studio is Bernie Tolbert. He is a retired FBI special agent in charge and later served as VP of security for the NBA, also handling security for Coca-Cola. And during the first Super Bowl in New Orleans after 9/11, we know that you had a role there as well. And because of the makeup of that area, if anybody's been there, especially around Bourbon Street, it had to be pretty intricate what you had to do to make sure people were saved.
Yes, and at that time, I wasn't responsible for security of the whole. I was just responsible for security in New Orleans with Coca-Cola's interests. So it was a lot easier than trying to secure the entire venue and all the other areas in the city. But yeah, it's very difficult. A lot of people, no matter how hard you work, no matter what you do to make a target hard, you can't do everything because it's going to take away from the event. People will say, I'm not going if I have to go through that. And people, and especially Americans, we don't like it being inconvenienced that much. So yeah, you have to balance, security and safety with the customer experience, the person who's attending the event. So.
It's interesting you say that because you definitely have to read the room and know your audience who's coming. The Sugar Bowl happening right now in New Orleans at the same place where the Super Bowl is going to be held next month. That's got to be very interesting for coordination and planning that event. How different is security going to have to look next month?
Well, I think the NFL, I know that the NFL has done quite an incredible job. And over the years, as you go back to 9/11, we first started really having these incidents in our country. Security, not only law enforcement, but security professionals, they've gotten very good at this. So, and the NFL is they certainly are on the cutting edge of sports security. So I don't know if there'd be that much of a big difference, but there will be some changes, particularly because of what happened just recently. And one of the things I'm sure they're going to do is you want to protect, in these instances, you want to protect the venue where the event is happening. And you can do that. You set a perimeter that says, okay, nobody's going to get inside this space. Once you set the perimeter, a couple days before, you will lock it down. No one gets in without going through a screening, and everything is swept inside. Everything, bomb dogs, machines, and all kinds of things will make sure the venue is safe. And then it's pretty good. Anything that enters after that time, people, vehicles, anything comes in, has to be checked. It'll be through bomb dogs, through various different means, and you can be pretty sure that the venue will be safe. The problem is, you're talking about just securing the Superdome. An event like we just had, you can't lock down an entire city, so it'll always be an opportunity for someone, if they wanted to do something that will impact the event.
Yeah, soft targets, right? When you go down Bourbon Street, it's right there. It's so open. We only have about 30 seconds left, so let me just ask you this real quick. We've been hearing a lot about people being radicalized, but you can be radicalized right here in this country.
Absolutely, especially with social media being what it is. You can, the terrorists, ISIS and other groups, they know this, and they put things out that will tend to attract people. So yeah, being radicalized, you don't have to go to another country in the Middle East to become radicalized. In fact, I'd say probably fewer people do it that way than do it by getting their start on something like by reading things on social media, things like that.
Good to have your insight on this because you've been in the thick of it, so you definitely know. This is Bernie Tolbert. He is the retired FBI special agent in charge. We want to thank you so much for coming on the 5:30 here on Channel 2 tonight.
My pleasure.
Glad to have you.